Spend the day with me as someone who is newly unemployed and trying to take content full time. I got laid off from my high six-figure job, and the hardest part wasn't the money. It's been almost a month since I got laid off from my non-tech job in tech. I was making a high six figures, working at a company most people would recognize, and had spent a decade building this career. And then one day, it was all over. I think I'm about to get laid off. So my company is doing layoffs today. We had a team-wide meeting this morning where our CPO announced that we would be losing some teammates today, and it was a really weird, completely unnecessary, anxiety-inducing meeting. And I actually went into today feeling pretty confident in my role and in my position, but my VP just scheduled a meeting for my entire department for later this afternoon, and guess who is not on that meeting? Hey, Sabrina. Hi.
Hey, Sabrina. Thank you for making time to meet with me. I know this is a difficult discussion, and just want to be upfront and respectful of your time. As you heard in Jen's message, as part of the People's Team's continued evolution to grow and scale the business, we are restructuring the organization to better align with our long-term priorities. And unfortunately, as part of these changes, we made the difficult decision to eliminate your role, and today will be your last working day. I just want to, personally thank you for just your contributions and the impact that you've had during your time. And
do you have any questions, Sabrina?
So I guess my role is being eliminated, as in the senior recruiter role is being eliminated. Can you help me understand? Is the entire team being impacted or just me? What was the selection criteria that determined that my role specifically was being impacted?
Oh, that was my eye.
No warning, no signs, just a meeting, and it was done.
Today's a little bit of a full day. I have a podcast interview this morning, and then I have some batch recording that I need to do. I have about 7 videos that I'd like to get done today. It's a lot of videos for one day, so I don't know if I'm gonna get those done, but that's my goal. And then 7 short form videos for TikTok that I need to get done. And then my wedding dress came in, so I'm hoping that I have time to go pick that up today. And I need to stop at a grocery store, so let's go.
The wildest part, the hardest part about getting laid off wasn't the money. Now, don't get me wrong, the money matters, but I had spent years building an emergency fund for moments just like this. The real shock, the identity crisis. The identity crisis dressed up as a career transition that I didn't ask for. No one tells you how much of your self-worth is tied up to your job until it's gone. So much of how I saw myself, my value, my success, my progress was wrapped up in that title. I did my podcast interview this morning, doing a Get Your Financial Life Together series on TikTok. And so there are 7 videos that I need to get recorded. I'm hoping I can get all 7 of those done today. We'll get that set up, and then we will start recording, see how many of those I can get through this morning. And deep down inside, my overachieving, gold star seeking eldest daughter was spiraling like, who am I without the title? I'd spent the first week in deep grief, not just about the job, but I was grieving the version of myself I thought I was becoming, the timeline I thought I was on, the safety I thought I'd built for myself. But here's the truth. I knew this wasn't my forever job. That was actually a whole lot easier than I thought it was going to be. It took me a little bit less than an hour to film all 7 videos. It really helped that I had all of the scripts written out ahead of time. I think that's a lot of what causes me to take so long with recording, is that sometimes I'll turn the camera on and I just don't know what I'm gonna say. I've never been someone who felt fully at home in corporate, but I got really good at surviving and playing the game and shape-shifting into what success was supposed to look like. And getting laid off forced me to confront something I'd been avoiding for a really long time. How much of my identity was tied up into something that can disappear overnight. And for the first time in my life, I'm choosing alignment over safety.
I got all the way to the register after doing all of my grocery shopping and realized I don't have my wallet. I think maybe it's sitting on my desk at home. I hope it's sitting on my desk at home. Thank goodness for Apple Pay coming to the rescue. I feel like there are 2 types of people in this world. I rarely use Apple Pay, like almost never. Really, the only time I'm using it is in situations like this where I've gotten somewhere and realized I don't have my wallet. And then there are the people that rely on Apple Pay for everything, like my son. That kid, I don't even think he knows where his debit card is, uses his Apple Pay for everything.
Even though it's scary, even though I don't have a perfect plan, even though I don't have it all figured out, and I definitely don't know how the story ends. Because the truth is, the job wasn't fully me. It was just a version of me that had learned how to survive. And if you've ever given everything to a job that didn't give it back, I want you to know that this isn't failure. It's actually redirection. And if you're in this space right now, follow along because I'm going to show you exactly how I rebuild this, financially and emotionally.
It's been a few hours. I intended to vlog this meal as I made it. However, one of my girlfriends called and I was chit-chatting away and lost track of time, or not necessarily lost track of time even. I think it was a conscious decision to spend the time with a friend rather than vlogging that moment because I just could not manage to do both. For dinner, we are having a blackened salmon along with my version of the what's the place called again? My brain keeps saying Spaghetti Factory, but it is not the Spaghetti Factory. Cheesecake Factory. My version of the Cajun pasta from the Cheesecake Factory, but instead of doing chicken cutlets on top, because my fiance is pescatarian, I am doing a blackened salmon. So pasta's done. I just need to throw the salmon in the air fryer.